right, guys, it is that time of the year. It is the beginning of the NFL season. The Eagles won it all. My Philadelphia Eagles took care of everybody. My good friend here, my co-host Adam Bauer, he is Green Bay Packers. They made it to the playoffs, but as usual, they went down the drain. I'm just kidding. But
Let's start. Let's not start.
great guys, we're here. This is a new segment for us. My buddy's first time doing a podcast, and me, I'm kind of new at this still as well. But this can be a competition kind of thing. We're gonna see who's gonna predict the best games, and at the end of the season, we're gonna see who did the best against the spread, and we'll figure it out. Whoever has the worst record, will buy dinner or drink or something like that. But we'll figure it out. That's the plan. So, new segment. I love it. This is the midnight hour, the midnight sports hour. I'm sorry, and we're here to give you guys. We're here going to predict every game every week. We're going to go through it all, and we're also going to not only give you our predictions, but our best bets at the end of the at the end of the segment as well. So we'll give you our best bets we like the most. But here we are. I'm an Eagles fan. He's a Packer fan. We're good close friends. So we thought this would be a great segment for you guys. Well, let's get started right away, Adam. The first week of football, the NFL, my Philadelphia Eagles versus the Cowgirls. The spread is 7.5. The Eagles are favored by 7.5, and the over/under is 47.5. Let's get that out right away. At first, as a Packer fan, the big trade that everybody's talking about. I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm glad to see Michael Parsons leave. The guy is a shoo-in for 12 to 15 sacks every season. So I'm glad he's out of the NFC East. What do you feel like they gave up too much? Do you like Kenny Clark? How does Packer Nation feeling?
Yeah, I don't think Packer Nation has been this excited in a really long time. Kenny Clark was an awesome defender and one of my favorite players for a long time. And he's kind of collateral damage. I don't think he would have stuck around for too long anyway. But to get a 26-year-old potential Hall of Famer, you can't go wrong with that. We'll pull an Eagles move and figure out the money in 2030, whenever the hell they're planning on.
Money's not real in the NFL.
No, it's not. It's only Super Bowls, and that's what we're hunting for. So it's exciting. It's a perfect game to start with all the crossover.
Yeah. Besides Charles Woodson, probably the biggest acquisition the Packers, I would say, since probably Reggie White, unless I'm wrong about that.
No, and I think Reggie was a free agent, right?
Right. Yeah, he was the first.
So, to actually do a trade is crazy, and a week before the season, it's wild. I think everybody's trying to downplay it with the rumors of the back and whatever else, basically saying that he's like James Harden on defense for the run defense. Like, I don't know. We're gonna figure it out.
But you can't. But you can't. A generational talent, like a 26-year-old. That's like, and if he's available, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Matt. What's your guys' head coach? Matt. Who's your guys' head coach? The Packers.
LaFleur.
Yeah, LaFleur. I gotta see his seat might be a little hot. That's why I think maybe they pulled the trigger as well. I may be wrong about that, but
we'll see. I don't know. We I think performed how we should have last year. I think the new Hafley, the new defensive coordinator, it was his first year. Getting a new piece like this for him, especially with the rising talent of Edgerrin Cooper, who's my favorite player on the team, I think is going to be awesome. Adding somebody like Micah Parsons raises the skill level of everybody. You see that with your Eagles. Guys like Jalen Carter and some of these superstars makes average guys a little bit better. So sometimes that's all you need.
Exactly. You got to swing for the fences. Who cares what it costs you? If you win one Super Bowl, the hell with the rest. It's like, get us that one ring, and who cares? It's a home run. Even if he plays average to better than average the rest of the season or the rest of his career, if he gets you a Super Bowl or maybe to call playoffs, but if he gets you a ring, I think that's all that matters. And if anybody wants to sit on their hands, the teams that sit on their hands, well, look at them. They're always in purgatory. The Bears, Detroit Lions. I know the Lions are finally doing good. Took them years to actually make plays. Bengals, Browns, these teams sit on their hands. They don't swing for the fences, and they never win a chip. So I think that's the ultimate goal.
Yep, I agree. The Packers, I don't know that they're one player away, but we got to swing, like you said.
Oh, they're better than they were, 2 weeks ago.
For sure.
So they're better. But let's get to this game. I love it. Like I said, I'm a diehard Eagles fan. I'm loving seeing the Cowgirls going down the drain. Like I said, the spread is 7.5 points. The over/under is 47.5. It is banner night for the Philadelphia Eagles. The championship banner coming down to shove it right into Jerry Jones' geriatric ass. He's going to be wondering what area he's at. He probably doesn't know where state he's going to be in, but I can't wait for the game. You know, both these teams made a lot of additions. I mean, the Eagles, I would say they lost more players than anything. They did lose five starters: Sweat, Slay. They also lost Milton to the Patriots, and they also lost Isaiah Rodgers to the Vikings. All these guys they all started for the Super Bowl team, the number one ranked defense. So I think that's going to be tough. I think a lot of people are just looking at the offensive firepower the Eagles have. I love the Eagles, but I know to take a step back, like, hey, these new additions we have on our defense, we got to hope they play well. And a lot of these guys, Dory Jackson, the guy jumped around a couple times. He's not the new starting corner. Sidney Brown, is he going to be the new safety? Picked up we picked up a guy off the free agent heap after the Patriots released him, another safety. So we have a lot of question marks on the defensive side. We still have the all stars that are there, but I'm not, but the offense is going to be killer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean the Eagles are and have been one of the deepest teams in the league for years. So we'll see if these losses can get filled. But I think if anybody can do it, it's Howie, and we'll see. But I mean, last year was a historically awesome defense, so you can't just assume that that's going to rise to that level again, especially with a potential Super Bowl slump or hangover, whatever it's called.
Right. And the Eagles have the fourth ranked or the fourth, it's top five hardest schedule in the league. So it's not going to be a cakewalk anymore. And they're depending on a lot of guys. And if we now we've done the additions of the damn Packers, but let's talk about the Cowgirls here, okay? Now we already just talked about how they lost the Micah Parsons, a damn good, arguably one of the best. I mean, he's not arguably a top 10 defender in the league, but from there it goes downhill. I mean, they did lose their one of their best guards, Hall of Famer. They go draft Tyler Booker. So Tyler Booker, the new guy they drafted in the first round, I believe, he'll be going against Carter. So good luck with that. Their left tackle, I think he allowed 12 sacks in 2 years. I mean, I know he led in penalties all last year. He was hurt as well. He's hurt coming up this game. He's questionable. Their right tackle, Terrence Steele, he is an up and comer guy too. He has been better than average. His stats show that. So that's another thing that I think that it doesn't just bode well from. Already Dak Prescott's coming off from a season-ending injury, and he's expected to have confidence with this line. I don't know. It doesn't really bode well for me. And like I said, the new addition, George Pickens, great. They need somebody to help CD Lamb, but I think they need more help than this.
Yeah, and I mean, my question is, how many times are they going to throw this year? Their running game is weak. Their offensive line is questionable, and they're just going to air it out every play. I mean, what's the game plan?
Right. I mean, CD Lamb got hurt last year. Don't forget. I mean, he can't be doing everything. I know he can, but if you think about it, like they had arguably the worst running back room. I think the only person that was like as bad as they were was the the Las Vegas Raiders. So I don't Javante Williams and Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders couldn't make it in the Carolina Panthers, and now this guy's gonna be playing second fiddle to Javante Williams, another guy who couldn't really crack it in the Denver Broncos. So you're right. Are they hoping Dak Prescott throws 4,500 yards, 30 touchdowns? I mean, I don't know if this line's going to give him enough time.
No, and even if he does have that many, they're not going to rush many. So I just don't see it adding up for them. I also
Right.
think losing Micah Parsons and kind of Jerry Jones bungling some stuff, things might fall apart early. You might get, especially in this game, could get punched in the mouth early by the Eagles, and I just don't know that they can fight till the end to keep it close enough to cover 7.5.
And quick, what's your opinion on Kenny Clark? What do you think about? I mean, like he's 30 years old. They were already the fourth worst rushing team, rush defense in all of football last year. I mean, I don't know if he's going to plug that. I don't know if he's going to be able to. I know he's going to plug a hole, but he's going to plug a big enough hole. He's going to plug a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people said he was hurt last year. I can't remember what his injury was. he's been a beast for a long time. I think if his focus is to stop the run, I think he can do that. I don't know if he's explosive enough at 30 anymore to get those up the middle pressures, but as far as run defense goes, I think he's going to add a lot there.
Yeah, I mean, they did get a good starter from. At least they hang their head on that. They got to hope those first round picks are a home run for them from the trade. But just real quick on their defense, they bring in Dante Flower in a 1-year deal. They're hoping he repeats it. He got 10 and a half sacks last year, hoping he repeats that. They got Kenneth Murray Jr. He's been jumping around as a linebacker. He was just on the Chargers before this. I really don't like him at starting, but they are starting him. And then they got Kier Elam, the first round pick of the Bills. He was a corner. They picked him the first round, and he didn't pan out, and now he's with the he's on the cheap now for with the Dallas Cowboys defense. So my point is, like, their offense, we could probably say that they still got a fighting chance, but their defense, I just don't see it. Even with Kenny Clark, I don't see it. Um,
You're missing
also,
one thing on the defense. They hired Bears legend Matt Eberflus to lead the squad. So
yeah.
does that tip the scales for you at all?
Yeah. If he, I mean, I think he has some chops as a defensive coordinator, right? But then he went to
Yeah,
the Bears, and God, he was like frozen. They could have called timeouts. Do you remember that? Like, he just sits
oh
there with
yeah,
like a deer in the headlights during the games.
it was awesome.
Yeah. So I know people are going to say, "Oh, he was a great defensive coordinator," but you know what? I don't care. His head coaching ability did not spew confidence, and I don't think if anybody watched any Bears games. So, Cowboy fans, if you think this guy's going to bring you guys to the promised land, I'd think twice. Just watch some Bears games from last year, and you let us know. Another concern of mine, real quick here, is the injuries. The injury report comes out, their star corner Trevon Diggs, who got the big contract. DeAndre Bland, their corner or their slot corner, he got a big deal just a couple of days ago. Trevon Diggs, their big, one of the best corners when he's healthy. He is questionable for this game. He was hurt last year. He's questionable for this game. Is that going to be a theme for them, because they don't have him? They don't really have an all-star on this defense, and he is their all-star. They're two corners. So if Diggs is out, that if he's not going to play this game, that's a lot. And like I said, the right tackle is questionable. I mean, the left tackle is questionable. So there's just starters galore hurt. And the Eagles, on the injury report is Lander Dickinson. They're all pro left guard. He is now he's completely off the injured list as of today. So he had that knee surgery. Looks like he's going to play. So I think that bodes well with the Eagles. If you want to bet on the Eagles, that is. Um, all right, but let's get to some stats here. I want to wrap this up here because I think we both know. I think we're leaning both some way, but I'll hold that tier towards the end. There's the only things I'm really worried about is when it comes to the Eagles. I'm not gonna try to be too much of a homer here. Like I said, a lot of new changes with the Philadelphia Eagles on defense. Let's see how they hold up. It gets actually some good wide receivers and a solid tight end. Let's see if Barkley can actually repeat what he did last year. Because I mean, I don't know. I think it could be kind of hard for him to reproduce 2,000 yards rushing.
Yeah, especially after getting how many 345 carries last year.
Mm.
I mean, he's a beast, but at some point he's going to have to start declining.
Right? Has anybody done back to back 2,000 yards? I don't
No.
think so. I think probably the closest person, maybe Derrick Henry or Jamal Lewis, or maybe one of the old timers like Campbell or OJ Simpson, maybe, because I know OJ was probably, what was it, OJ or Eric Dickerson? I'm thinking about Eric Dickerson. I know
I've seen
he.
no player has done two.
Oh wow! So the odds are not in his favor.
No.
Right. Okay. So, well, hey, if you guys 1,500, 1,600 yards, I'd be happy with that. Also, Eagles again have a new offensive coordinator. The Cowboys, they have a new head coach, Schauenheimer. Let's see how he lives up to the family name, if you will. I don't know. I'm not buying that bullshit. But yeah, okay. So some quick stats for you guys from last year. Take it for what it is when if you bet on the either team. Cowboys just averaged 4 points, 4 yards per rush last year, the third worst in all, for third worst in all of football. Like we told you guys, like the running room, it's better than last year, maybe by a little bit. I don't know. Miles Sanders, Javante Williams, these guys are not moving the needle for me. And like you said, they're not moving for you. Eagles allowed 16.6 game points at home. So they're locked down on defense at home. The Eagles led the NFL last season in yards allowed per pass attempt. So they got two great corners. But like I said, watch out for that other starting outside corner in Jackson. They don't really know who's going to do good. Ringo Jackson, the new guy they traded from the Raiders. So Pickens might be able to expose that. So if you want to do a wide receiver player prop for Pickens, that might be a good bet right there. The Cowboys gave up the fourth most rushing yards. I mentioned that already. But Dak Prescott, just remember, I'm not trying to be biased here, but Dak Prescott, because as an Eagles fan, he's had the Eagles number. He's 9-5 total for his career against the Eagles, but he's 4-1 in the last 5 games. So, I think the Eagles got to watch out. Dak, if there's no rust, which I think there will be, he still could sling it. He's not that bad. He's a little wild, but he could throw the ball.
Yeah, they could score some points. We'll see. These first couple of games of the season are always crazy. I mean, we know what these teams are, but it takes time to get everything settled in, and especially with how preseason games are, these guys haven't had a lot of time to knock the rust off. So anything can happen.
Right, and these games in the beginning when you want to bet on them, they're so hard to predict because you got to see how they settle in. So that's a good point. The beginning of the season is a bit of a wild card here. Uh, so with that, guys, we gave you guys a bunch of information. I think where I'm leaning towards too as an Eagles fan. But give you guys a little more for some betting stats now. The Cowboys are 5-2 against the spread in their most recent 7 games. So going back to last year, that's actually a good number. If you want to bet out if you were an over under kind of guy, the over is 6-2 in the Cowboys' most recent 8 games. And I said the Cowboys defense is very questionable. They traded Michael Parsons, Diggs is hurt, and even though the Eagles did have, like I said, have a great defense, the other outside corner besides Mitchell, he is questionable. So watch out for that. So the over might be in play there. If you want to bet for Philly, if you want to bet on the Eagles, like me, the Cowboys are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games in Philadelphia. So that is not bad well. That means including when Dak Prescott was playing. And the Eagles won 11 games at home straight. That's including the playoffs. And the Eagles are 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games against NFC opponents. So, I did a lot of talking already, Adam. I mean, what is your opinion? What's your feeling? I mean, what do you take from this one, man?
For me, 7.5 is just a little too much. I think it's going to be a 7-point game, and I gotta. If we're gonna have a competition, I'm not just gonna pick what you pick. And yeah, I don't know. I think the defenses are gonna play better than we think, and yeah, I think the Eagles win by 7. So I'm going Cowboys cover.
Cowboys plus the 7.5. Now, I will say this though: if the Cowboys are getting 8 points on other books, so if you do want to pick the Cowboys, you could get it at 7.5 right now on ESPN Bet. The rest of the books are at 8, 8.5. So if you want to go Adam's way, go that way. Anybody you like for a touchdown, anytime touchdown? How do you feel about the over under, real quick? Not that people to pay attention, but if you want to throw some spaghetti in the ball, what are you feeling there?
Yeah, I'd go with the under. And Pickens anytime touchdown for me. I think you could always
Okay,
throw a Saquon in there.
right.
Maybe a Jalen Carter sack too.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, check the. You can find some tidbits there for on defense if you think get after quarterback. And now that the Cowboys' offensive line is a little beat up, might be good to get Carter for a sack. I think we all know where I'm going to go for. The Cowboys' injuries, I think, are going to add up. Now I know it's a divisional game. These teams play tough. I'm not. I know that Eagles blew them out last year, they like by a mile. I'm not doing that, but it's banner night. I think they want to shove it in their faces. Now I know Jerry Jones probably wants the Cowboys probably have a chip on their shoulder because everybody's saying, well, they're going to be a lost team. So without Michael Parsons, so they might want to prove a point, and that might have some motivation. You know what I mean? So, and you're right though; these are divisional games. They could play them tough. A lot of people are betting on the Eagles to cover, so that might be a sucker's bet. But I can't do it. I just can't do it. I think the Eagles are going to come in. No, they're in Philly, so they're going to be there. Banner night. They want their rivals. I think they're going to smash them in the mouth. I think the injuries. If Diggs is out, I think AJ Brown, Devontae Smith could exploit it. So I'm going for the Eagles to cover the 7.5 points. I got give me Jalen Hurts for a tush push, baby. Anytime touchdown. This might be the last year for the tush push. Your favorite. That's how we need to begin the season. Get him in the touchdown. And you know what? I think that Dak's going to be throwing a lot in this game. So whatever his numbers at, I think it's like at 250 something. Wherever you find it at, give me Dak over the his passing yards in this game. But give me the Eagles to cover the 7.5 points. I think they're going to cover. Adam got to the other end, so it's going to be fun. The game's on Thursday. It's awesome. It's going to be the first game of the season. I'm going to be pumped up. My brand new screen TV I showed you. Bought a big new TV for to watch it. Who do the Packers play on Sunday?
Lions. So it's gonna be a
Oh,
big one.
yeah. I mean, unbelievable. Wow. I should have known that since we're going to be doing all the games all of our predictions. I might have to take the lines on that one myself, but also KC versus the Chargers on Friday. I forgot about that as well. So these games are coming up real fast, guys. Take it with a grain of salt. Adam has it. He has the Cowboys plus 7.5. I got the Eagles to cover the 7.5. All right, guys. Well, yeah, this is the Midnight Sports Hour. Like I said, great new competition between my good buddy here. We're doing this for fun. We hope you follow along. Whoever wins at the end will buy dinner, drinks, whatever. But guys, like and subscribe. It goes a long way for this small channel. We'll see you guys in the next one. We'll be predicting all the games, breaking them down and predicting what we like against the spread and our best bet. So with that, guys, we will always see you in the next one.